All right, guys. Every time. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Right Now Powder Coating channel. My name is Dan, and we have a great project that we are starting in the shop. We are going to be powder coating an entire vehicle, the whole thing. So we finally got it's an S10 that was handed down to me. We've got the tailgate off, and I'm very impatient. I should just wait and do it all at once, but we're going to do a little step-by-step video because on our guy Koot channel, which I'll put that down below, we're actually showing people the entire build from start to finish. So if you're into that kind of stuff, go follow the guy Koot channel. We started like 2 years ago doing stupid stuff. That was back when we were a little bit slower. So now that we're busy, we're not doing stupid, well, it's still stupid stuff. It's just not humorous. So check out that channel. Go subscribe over there. We need to build that up a little bit so that we can get the views. Because we're going to be doing something cool with this truck, something that I don't think anyone has ever done with an S10. Yes, it involves a motor swap, but it's not your typical motor swap. So you're going to want to see that, and you're going to see most of that on the other channel. This channel is just going to cover us powder coating the entire thing piece by piece. So without more blabber, let's just get into this video. Let's go check out what we're doing today. All right, so this is the first part that we're going to be doing here. This is the tailgate off the truck. We already broke it down, got the handle out, the latches out, all that kind of stuff. Again, if you want to see that kind of stuff, search Guy Koot with a K, K-O-O-Z-I-E. We used this paint remover attachment on our DeWalt to get the seal off here. They had a black cover on here, and that sealed it, as well as the decals and all the sticky stuff, because I don't want that in my sandblasting media. If you get that in your media, it'll gunk it all up and make it all nasty. So the gate's not in bad shape. A little bit of a dent there. For a 24-year-old truck, this thing's actually pretty clean, so I don't really feel too many other dents. Again, we don't want this, or it's not that we don't want it to, we don't care if it's perfect, but we are going to fix that a little bit, so stay tuned. You'll see how I fix this dent, and then we'll get into primer, the color, and then we are going to clear coat everything because it's going to be outdoors. We want it to hold up, and that way you can also wet sand it and buff it all out and make it look good. So on to the blast room. All right, so we are in the blast room. I've got it sitting in here. I'm going to go over the instructions with my employee. We're going to blast the hinges. The bolts we're just leaving in there to blast, and then we'll recoat those. And then obviously the tailgate. I'm not going to worry about the inside too much, but once he's done blasting it, we'll get the dents fixed, and then we'll make sure we wash it out really good, because I can tell there's some rust popping up here and there. But there's a lot of dirt and dust inside, so I'll wash all that out, dry it out, phosphate it, which will help it kind of seal it up a little bit, and then we'll get it into powder. Right now we're just using this little tank here because we don't have enough air to run our big tank, which we're working on. That'll be in the new building that we're building. So I'm going to go over that with him, and then you'll see this again once it's blasted. All right, here is our tailgate, sandblasted down. This truck is a 97, and it is actually really, really clean for the year. A little bit of rust on the truck, not a lot, but this is the gate. We're gonna get it into primer. We're doing a zinc-rich primer on it because it's steel, and then we're gonna see where all the dents are. I know there's one right here. We're gonna use a filler that I'll go over with while we're doing it, and then we'll get it into color, and then we're gonna clear coat it. All right, guys, so we got the hinges done. We've got that done, all in primer. We're gonna hit these with the color when these are done, but we're not gonna clear them because I don't want to build up too many mills. In here, we were just trying to get all the powder in everywhere. I did kind of go in there. We don't really care about the inside, but in case he blasted something, I wanted to make sure it was coated. These were painted from the factory, so we left them there. They'll probably get chipped up when we go to tighten them down, but that's fine. So we've got it all in primer. I even shot up in the weeping holes there a little bit. What this does, though, is it really highlights all your damage. Stuff like that we're not going to really fix because it's going to be hidden. I don't really care. But up here where there's a dent, we might grind that down and fill it in a little bit before we go to color, just to make it look a little bit better. So we'll get this into the oven. We're going to do a partial cure. We run our oven about 420 degrees. I'll probably put it in for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, just so it's not fully cured, so that when we spray our color on there, it bonds to it, which will also partially cure. And then our clear coat will do a full cure with all of that on there. So let's get it into the oven and bring it out and see how much body work we got to do. All right, guys, we've got the rear tailgate off this S10 here in primer. You can see we've got some dents to work on here. There's not too many. I mean, this thing is 24 years old, so it's really not that bad. You can kind of see where we've got some stress there, but I'm not overly worried about it. It does not have to be perfect, but we're gonna clean it up just a little. There's some big ones on the top. So I've got my DA sander here. It's got 220 grit on it. We're gonna just kind of sand this down a little bit. We're gonna clean up these little divots, and we're gonna show you guys how we are gonna fill these, and we'll go from there. We've got this whole thing sanded down now. We went down, so you saw the orange peel, we went till it was all gone and smooth. And then you can see all of our low spots here. So obviously the metal's high and the middle's low. Again, low, metal's high. We've got like a little dent there, the top of the lid right there. So what we're gonna do, because that's really low, is we're just gonna leave that. We're gonna go ahead and grab our red Scotch-Brite. We're gonna sand that down, and then we're gonna use a filler. Now, when you're powder coating, you have to have a special filler that will attract the powder and won't destroy in the oven. So you can't really read this, but this is from Tiger Drylac. It's Epo Strong. It's a two-part system. You've got the filler and the hardener. And this is probably the most like body filler. It's a little bit stiffer to work with, and it takes a long time to dry. This is your typical body filler. That will not work. Don't use that. Throw that away. Lab metal. This is the solvent. I can't find my can of lab metal. I don't like it. A lot of people use it, but I don't like it. It's just not easy to work with. Again, you have a cure schedule. So here's what we're gonna use. Boom! JB Weld. So it's a two-part system. It takes about 4 to 6 hours to set, 15 to 24 hours to cure. There are quicker setups than this, but for what we're doing, this will work fine. And the nice thing about it is it works up to 550 degrees when cured. So we're not gonna have an issue. We're gonna mix some of this up, we'll drip it down into there, and then we'll level it all out. So let's get going. All right, guys, we are now back on the tailgate here today. We gave this over 15 hours to fully cure, and now we're gonna sand it out. All right, so what we're looking for is a nice, soft, feathered out edge on this. And then you can feel it with your hand, and you'll notice if I feel just a little bit of a hump, but it's not too bad, nothing I'm going to worry about. So we're going to go ahead and do that to all these other spots, get them nice and smooth. Now, if you still have a low spot, obviously this one could have used a little bit more because we kept working this out. You can refill it, let it cure out again, and then sand it again. A lot of people will then take this in and get it re-primered, put another layer of primer down to seal all that metal. Since we're going to do up to 2 to 3 more coats on this thing of color, I'm not going to worry about it the next. All right, so that video ended abruptly. I kind of had to cut it off because it was getting really long, and I try and keep my stuff under 15 minutes or so. But you guys saw how we go about prepping the metal, how we fill the metal, sand the metal. Like I said, a lot of times you'll go back into another primer coat, sand it smooth. On this one, we actually, and I lost the footage, we went and sprayed a mid coat of black. And so the next video you see will be on vinyl pulling and how to do 2-stage paint jobs where you don't want to leave the vinyl on there, and then with a clear coat. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. The next video will actually show the completion of this tailgate, and it came out amazing. I've never been happier with something we've done, and since it was for me personally, I'm super excited about it. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and come back. I'm going to upload this on a Tuesday, and hopefully the other video will go up on a Friday. So 2-3 days later. So thanks again. We'll catch you guys on the next one.